There's a saying that you reap what you sow. There's also the concept of karma or divine retribution, which suggests that bad deeds inevitably bring consequences. We often encounter such situations in life. We see news of someone gaining great profit through dishonest means, only to lose everything in the end, or we experience how a small lie snowballs into a major problem. King Ahab and Queen Jezebel coveted Naboth's vineyard and fabricated false testimony to have him killed. Their pure greed led to the horrific sin of taking an innocent man's life. But God was watching it all. Through the prophet Elijah, God foretold a terrifying judgment on Ahab and Jezebel for their unjust actions. They would meet a tragic end in the very place they had seized through their greed. Naboth's blood became the cry of a martyr from the ground, and God heard that cry. This is the biblical principle of reaping what you sow, 1 Kings 21. However, this story doesn't merely serve as a warning about the consequences of evil actions. Naboth was unjustly killed, a victim of standing firm in his faith and protecting his property. His death reminds us of the death of Jesus Christ 2,000 years ago. Jesus, who never sinned, was crucified on the cross to bear the sins of all humanity. Like Naboth, who was silently martyred through an unjust trial and false testimony, Jesus took upon himself the penalty of death that our sins deserved. Just as Ahab and Jezebel met a tragic end in their pursuit of greed, we too, if we rely solely on our own strength, will ultimately lose everything and be trapped in the shadow of sin. But Jesus opened the only way for us to escape the burden of our sins. If Naboth's death reveals the end of greed, Jesus' death reveals the end of love, God's astonishing love that sacrificed his own life to save us. By believing in Jesus, we can be freed from the judgment our past wrong choices deserve and begin a new life. This is God's grace that transcends the principle of reaping what you sow. We no longer have to live bound by the consequences of sin because Jesus' cross has paid all our debts in full.